Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 8. So in this video I'm going to explain the remaining portions of association in CDS view. So here quickly I'll go through the part 1, whatever we have seen, and we'll continue with the remaining options in associations in part 2. So this is a scenario which I explained. Based on the scenario, you have to choose whether you have to go with join or association. Okay, so association is mainly used. Suppose if your CDS view is consumed in a UI application, because the UI is very faster. It's not like a background job or a report which is running in a web program or SAP GUI. So in that scenarios, we need to respond very quickly from the backend system. So in that kind of scenario, we are going to keep associations because association is a lazy join or on-demand join. Whenever there is a requirement, then only that will create a join and take the information from the relevant table or CDS view. So for example, this is 5 different portions I have. One is sales order, material, delivery, and a few users have an option to see only delivery and material details, and few for invoice and customer, and only manager having access to see all the details. In that is the case, if I use join, what will happen? It will take one shot at the first time. It will take all the data from all the relevant tables, meaning it mapped. It will go and fetch the data from all the tables that is not at all required at the first screen of the UI. So in the first screen, they're going to show only the sales order. If there is a need or a require or a demand from a user, I want to see the delivery, I want to see the material, then only the association will take the relevant record. But a join, what happens? It take everything and keep it ready. So that is not required. So that's why association is very important in CDS views. And another part is how your series is going to consume. Is it a background job? You can go with the joins. But if it is a consumers from your UI application, then you have to change your way of designing your CDS view. Okay, so that is the main idea or of associations. So it's going to be the lazy or on-demand join. So this is an example I have showed you last video. Joins, it takes all the data at one shot and keep it ready. But association, it takes the first data, or I can say source data from the first table, whatever we have used in the join condition. Then whenever there is a demand, then it will go and take the delivery details, it will go on the material and customer details. I have showed you already how the backend is write a code for joins and association, right? So I'll show you that. And today we are going to see the remaining part in associations. So the part which we have discussed is, so keep only base table or a series view fields in the selection list, not all the fields, especially not association fields. Okay, and another one is keep your association as exposed, or I can say you can keep your association as public, then only that can be accessed whenever or wherever your CDS is going to consumed. Okay, otherwise it's not going to be useful. So always keep your association as public. And ad hoc association is nothing but, in some scenarios I want to display the association field as well in my first CDS view. In that is the case, what you can do is you can say association name dot and the field name. That is nothing but ad hoc association. I will show you that in part 2 as well. Then today's video I'm going to explain about path expressions. So how we can use a path expressions effectively in association. So here by default, all associations or work as a left outer join. Okay, it's going to work as a outer join. And some scenarios we need to change that outer join into an inner join. So because association, normally CDS views, if you take all the standard CDS view, it is already created, and whenever you are going to consume, you can change it based on your requirement. The same concept over here. So association, I have designed my CDS view with all the associations, and in the second part, this association is consumed in a CDS, another CDS view. In that, I'm going to change the way the association is designed, because by default is outer join. For my one of the scenario, I want to keep that as an inner join. Yes, you are able to use it. And through path expressions, you can have a one more where condition, very specific var conditions. So you can do it through the path expressions. And finally, we are going to see the cardinality. It's a very simple scenario cardinality, but it will have very unique functionality about cardinality. So I will explain within some examples about the cardinality as well. Okay, so let me get into my system. Yeah, this is the one. So I just run it for this demo. This is okay. Let me open the joins quickly. We'll see the our backend how it's designed. So if you go to right click and show SQL create statement, so it's an inner join. It's a joins, not association, it's joins. So at first shot, the mapping is happened with all the relevant table and CDS views. It's not required. Okay, so customer and material details are not required the first time. But if you use joins, that will the map is created, and it's actually time consuming. I can say instead of joins, you can use association. It's a time consuming process to get the data from your database. And where is the association? Okay, not this one. Over here. Yeah, if you see association SQL statement, it happened only for VBAK. Okay, I'll show you because I used ad-hoc association over here. Let me comment it, activate it. Sorry. Okay, instead of comment, I just take out the field. Here I want to display the association fields as well, but that is not a good one in the association part. Okay, let's activate it. C is association. Okay, 1 second. Okay, the issue was, yeah, this is one maybe I can include in this video. This is a simple one. Like if you have a database table field, you have data element and domain, and I'm going to delete the particular data element which is used in some other fields, then you will get an error. You are not able to delete the data element because it's already used it. The same way, here what happens is I used the field called POSNR, okay, and this association is called in some other place or some other CDS view, and in that particular view, this particular field is already being used. Okay, so that is the reason I'm not able to delete this field and activate it. I'll show you here. So this is my CDS view where I'm using the association called CJ association. Same thing I'm used over here, and this is the field. So what you can do is either you can do comment it or delete this particular CDS view itself. Otherwise, just comment the field wherever is used, activate it, and come back to your association place, and you can just remove this and activate it. This will be a common error in CDS. Once you have multiple layer of CDS views, obviously this will come as an error. Okay, now it's activated. Now if I show you the SQL statement, it creates the mapping only for the first, only for the VBAK, not for other fields or other tables or other CDS views. So that is the beauty of associations. Okay, whenever there is a requirement, then only it will create it. Okay, and here ad-hoc association is nothing but for the associations field. If you want to display it, you can use it. So I want to use POSNR or some other field in my CDS view, source CDS view itself, then you have to use this option, and the functionality they call it as ad hoc associations. Okay, but best practices, don't display or don't try to display the fields in your association base or source association CDS views. That is not a best practice. Okay, because why is not best practice? Obviously, in SQL statement, it will create a mapping for this billing for S item association as well. So that is not required. Okay, so here, and always it's used left outer join, or I can say default. By default, the association is using left outer join concept. So clear? So next I'll show you about the path expressions. Let me create an association, sorry, on a CDS view and call this association CGI path expressions. Just click next and transport request finish. Okay. So as you remember, you have to use the CDS entity name. Okay. What is the entity name over here? Let me copy that. So I'm going to call this CDS entity into my another CDS view and some mandatory values to be filled. So ZJ path expressions. Okay, and here I'm going to display all the fields. There is no further association, so just I'm displaying it. Okay, just activate it and execute it. So this is from the association, it's automatically displayed, and this is the association whatever is used as a public over there. Okay, so only two things are coming because I already used POSNR in my source CDS view itself. That's why it's displaying here. Okay, let me execute this. So let's see how it's displaying. So these are the informations, and you will find the association for two things. One is for billing, other is for customer. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a path expression. So this is left outer join, right? So over here, if you just right click, SQL create statement. So it just created the association. Is because it's the association is not expand over here. That's why it's mapping only to the source CDS view. So now what I'm going to do is let me add the field billing document field. So dot, it's like the name is I think so, one second, sales document. It's not typing. Sales controls base bar, yeah, sales document. Okay, so I'm using the fields association fields over here. Just activate it and execute it. So lot of blank values because all orders doesn't have required to have a billing document. So if I go with the distinct values, I can see okay 11,000 entries blank, but I have still some entries also available. So now what I'm going to do is I want to change this as inner join because by default it's outer join. So what is outer join? It takes all the sales order first, then it start comparing with the billing document. Wherever there is a value against the sales order, it will take and put it over there. Okay, so because it's a left outer join. Now for my one of the scenario, I want to change to the inner join. So I don't want to create everything from scratch. Everything is available. Just only I want to change from outer join to inner join for my specific requirement. Okay, so just kind of reuse the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a path expression for that. So here I'm going to say I want this combination. Okay, I want the billing and sales combination as an inner join, because if you see the associations over here for the billing document is associations to billing document. So by default it's a left outer join. I'm changing this mapping between here it is between the sales order and the billing document from the default one left outer to inner join. Okay, through path expressions. So over here syntax is within bracket inner dot sales document. Okay, before that I have to show you something. Total number of entries. So then only we just come to know whether the inner is working perfectly or not. Let me go here. Yeah, this is the one number of entries. So almost 34,340. Okay, let me close the outputs and come here, add the keyword called inner add toward it, okay, and execute it. So now you're not able to find any blank values of your billing document because I made as an inner join wherever the billing is available for the sales order, fetch only those records, not I don't want to see the sales order which doesn't have a billing document. Just close it and see the number of entries. Yes, you have only 22,000. So almost 10 plus 10,000 plus records are omitted from your final output. Okay, so this is one bigger use of the path expressions. So one source CDS view with all the associations, and you can play around with it by creating another CDS view and calling it, and you can use it wherever you want. Okay, I will show you the another path expression that is quite interesting. What I'm going to do is let me display the customer name. Okay, so customer, I want to see what is that customer full name. Okay, I'll just go with customer name. Let activate it and execute it. So you'll get all the customer name. Okay, and one second, I need customer number as well. So comma, one second. So here it is, customer dot customer. Okay, so sorry, and close this and just remove the comma, just activate it. It's not unique. Do I use somewhere? Name customer is not unique. One second, is it used? Yep. Oh, sorry, it's already there. So that is the reason it, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, one more point. It should be unique because if it is multi-level CDS view you have used, once it is available or listed in the selection list, you can't use it again because it says it's already used. Okay, unique one. So I have a customer and customer name. So let me go to the output. Yeah, sorry, over here I have a customer and I have the customer name. My intention is I want to display the name only for the specific customer. So the scenario might be anything based on only the specific customer. I want to do some manipulations. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same through path expression. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give informations like I want customer name only for the specific customer, not for everybody, using path expressions. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say um, customer equal to, let me get some customer number, US 517, sorry, yeah, S17, USCU S17, USCU underscore S17. Okay, so what happens if the customer name is or number is this one, only that particular customer name is going to display in my output. Okay, let me act toward it. So here you need some patience to work more with associations, and this is very useful. Association, path expressions, changing the values. So here I display only the particular customer name whenever the number is end with S17. Okay, so this way we can use the path expressions, and hope you may understand about this path expressions. So if you have any doubt, maybe you can just drop a comment or write an email to me. I will give a solution whenever I have a time. I'll give a clarification as well. Okay, so the next part we are going to see about cardinality. So cardinality, probably everyone knows about cardinality. So here it's going to be min or max. So this is the cardinality of, layout. You're going to see the cardinality for the target data, not for the source. Okay, so I want from the target data, what is the cardinality of mapping you want for your development or the business scenario. So it's a minimum value and maximum value. It's like 1 to 1, 1 to 0, 1 to n. Sorry, 1 to 0 is not possible because maximum value is always greater than the minimum value. It's a basic rule. So 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Customized number also you can give. 1 to star, 1 to n. Okay, or 0 to 1, star to 1. So whatever you want. So for example, a few things about whatever I have mentioned in red, that is not possible. So you can give like max to min, 2 to 1, 3 to 1 is not possible. And material descriptions, like it must be 1 to 1. Some development systems, so you'll have like one material, they have one descriptions, and 0 to 1. It's like sometimes you may find out some material doesn't have a material description as well. It's very rare scenarios in development system I'm talking about. So in that case, you can have a material description or not. So you can go with 0 to 1. And 1 to star, it's not applicable. I'm not saying here it's a syntax error, it's not applicable. Meaning you have one material, then material have a one descriptions. Okay, it have different languages, that is different, but one material has only one field called material description. Okay, and here one beauty of cardinality is if there is any syntax error. Okay, syntax error means based on the join, your cardinality might not work as you expected. It won't give an error, it's a warning message. Okay, again, it depends on your scenario. Even you want to break the cardinality functionality with multiple or duplicate values, yes, you can proceed further. Okay, so you won't get any issues in or syntax error with the cardinality. The same thing for sales order, header and item. Suppose you are confused and I'm not sure which cardinality I have to use, safer side, always go with the cardinality of 1, minimum and maximum one data. Okay, most of the scenarios, most of the data mapping in SAP is one-to-one relationship. So in that is the case, you can go with one-to-one, or if you are very comfortable with the data, what kind of data or how many data you want, you can go with one to star, one to many as well. Okay, so what happens if one to many? Simply you'll get a duplicate records. If it is available, it will get a same record. If it is available, you will take the duplicate records as well. Okay, I will show you that with an example. So here, if you see, let me open this first as a slideshow. Yeah, so this is my uh, two different tables. Okay, very simple tables. I have created it, and I have department ID and stock, and I have plant and department. So this is mapped. Okay, and department 45 has 100. In this example, I'm going to target only the department 45, not 46, 47, 48, because it's not used twice. Only 45 is used twice. So 45 is stock is 100, and it's used in two different plants, 1000 and 1001. If I say the cardinality is 1 to 1 for these two different tables, so my output is only one record. Okay. If I say the cardinality, so this is an example. If I say 1 to 1, then number of records will be only 1. So 1 to 5, I'm going to write the cardinality or SQL statement simply. Okay, I'm going to write as a SQL statement for this department, only for this particular table. But association is happened already. Association happened already in a CDS view. On top of it, I'm going to write a SQL statement for my CDS view, which has an association of these two tables. So it will come only one value. So if I say my cardinality is 1 to star, then what happens? It will take two records because this department has been used in more than one time in the plant or the target system. Okay, so cardinality is for only for the target table. So this is my source table, this is my target table. It will take two records, but this is actually against your association, because association normally what we will write, source field equal to target field. So department ID equal to department ID between these two tables. But cardinality, you are saying 1 is to star. It's against your association join condition. It's give a warning message and it will give a duplicate records as well. So if you perform a sum of the same associations, you will get 100 for the first cardinality and you will get 200 for the second cardinality. So this is a kind of very rare scenario probably in the business. So if it is required, maybe make use of this 1 to star. Okay, maybe for the practice you just try 1 to 1, 1 to star. and after some times you'll be very comfortable with the cardinality issue. Okay, I'll show you this in the system as well. Okay, so here, okay, let me open the system. So here, the same table what I have showed is actually created in the SAP system. It's like Z department and Z plant department, and I just displayed the fields between those two tables, and I created association with. Okay, let me create with one to one first to the Z plant, and the mapping is department ID equal to department ID. Okay, I displayed, and I'm going to create a sum, so that's why I used annotations over here for this particular field. Let me act toward it and execute and show you the output. Okay, so it will take 1 2 3 5 100 plant 1 and plant 1 and name. Okay, so here you are not able to see any difference with the association. So wherever is going to consumed, so I'm going to create a SQL statement for this association like CDS view, then you will see the actual difference. So you have one good option over here. Right click the system and open a SQL console, so you can write your own SQL statements over there. Okay, so to run before creating a CDS views, you can just run it and you can see, okay, what is the actual data. You can write SQL for different two tables, direct SQL, and you can see how it behaves. Okay, so here what I'm going to do first, initially I'll show you how the cardinality is behaving with these two tables. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write the code only for the source table. That is very important. Okay, only for the source table. Let me select, and I'm going to take department and stock, and the association is now cardinality is 1 to 1. So go here, write the code and run it. So here you are able to see the output in the right side field. So it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just concentrate on only 45, and the stock is only 100 because I mentioned I want only one record. Maximum I want only one record from the target system or target table. So here I'm going to change this as star. So I want more than one. Just act toward it. You'll get a warning message. So warning messages, it shows, you can see many times, you can see this association plan does not, cardinality of association star of association plan does not match to the on condition. That is correct. On condition, what you are saying, equal to, it's like department ID equal to department ID. So it's equal to, it's kind of a one-to-one mapping, but you are saying it's 1 to star, but it's again is a association. So it won't give any syntax error, it will give only the warning message. It's up to your business requirement. And if you see the output type here, the output data, there is no change. Okay, let me refresh. Is not going to change over here. Still it will take the same values, but if you run on top of it, means you're going to run the select query on top of the CDS view. So here I'm going to just check run. So here you can see more than once duplicate record is going to come because my cardinality says take more than one record based on my target system or sorry target table. Okay, now if you write a sum, so this kind of scenario might come maybe in a you are based on your business requirement as stock. Okay, so if I use any aggregation function, you have to group it. So group by department ID. Okay, so I think I used a comma. Yeah, just remove it, just run it. So now you can see the value of 45 is 200. It's some more than one record. If I'm going to use, I can say no, I want only one to one and act toward it. Go to SQL console, same query, just run it and look, 45 is only 100. Okay, so this is the magic of cardinality. So don't worry about cardinality. If you're not sure about how the data is mapped, just go with 1 to 1 or 1 to star 1 to n. And if one more point, if you feel any duplicate records coming, you are not sure why it's coming, first you have to check what is the cardinality is used in the CDS view. The CDS might be created by you or the existing CDS view. Okay, just check the cardinality of it. So this is the most of the things which I covered about association. I believe if I come to know anything new about association, definitely I will create a video and post it for you people. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video.